How's it going, everybody? Ben from basesetmew here, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm opening the latest Japanese set, Hot Wind Arena. Although the name for this set seems to be all over the place. I've seen sites call this Hot Air Arena, and I've seen other sites still call it Heat Wave Arena. Either way though, we're opening this one up. I got this directly off Amazon Japan, although I do have to say, the seal does look a bit sus. This doesn't look like any seal I've seen typically, although the type of foil used here, I've definitely felt that before, if that makes sense. I guess only one way to tell. First off, if there's actually Heat Wave Arena or Hot Wind Arena packs in here, that would be our first indication if this has been tampered with or not. And then if we do have Hot Wind Arena packs, which seems to be the case, if we do find a super rare, that means they were legit, although I've never had any bad experience from Amazon Japan. So, first pack up right here, of course featuring all the cool cards that we can potentially pull from this one. Of course, my number one chase would be the Cynthia's Garchomp, right followed by the Ethan's Ho-Oh. That would be incredible. And then I guess the Ethan full art, that would also be pretty cool. But we shall see. Okay, it's not one of these boxes with these super rares in the first spot. Hopefully we do get one. Hopefully we do get one full stop. But, you know, I'm confident with this one. Man, it's so nice to open up a Japanese set again. I do it too rarely, I feel like. I should definitely be opening up way more Japanese sets than I do now, since I've kind of been somewhat avoiding the English sets for that matter. Because, well, the current situation of the English Pokemon TCG is nuts. Everything is being, like, out of stock. Everything is being way overpriced. Feels like 2020 all over again. But I think it will fix itself at some point. Well, you hope it would. Usually it's always a cycle of, like, half a year and then everything goes back to normal. Usually. Hopefully that's the case with this one as well. But so far, though, I am still enjoying the hobby, of course. I know I've seen a lot of comments of certain collectors saying that they're so discouraged because everything is out of stock and everything is being scalped that they're just leaving the hobby. But just stick through it. You could save up some money now while the cards are expensive and, you know, use that saved up money when they do get cheap again to buy the cards you really wanted. That's what I usually do, I want to say. Not as much anymore, you know, having a YouTube channel and everything. It's kind of tough. Especially with the 2,000 subscriber special coming up. Don't know when. I don't know when. I think the Pokemon Mail Day actually won. The huge mail day, so I'm actually really glad. I mean, I wanted to do both videos, but I think I'm kind of a little bit happier that the mail day won, although that doesn't mean I won't do that big pack battle at some point anyways, because that's what I usually end up doing at some point. That's what I've done in the past. If the thing that didn't win, I'll still do it sometime later down the line, but we shall see. Well, Arwen's Gravert, I think. No, this is the Mabostiff, right? I always get them mixed up, the Gravert and the Mabostiff, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. If I'm mixing them up again, I'll point it out, but I'm pretty sure that's the Mabostiff. The Mabostiff, the Arwen Mabostiff isn't really on my priority list, if that makes sense. I mean, pulling just a special art rare is already incredible in its own right, Milotic. I wonder if we do get more cards from certain trainers that already have received their special art rares. For example, we've already have a Lily, and we already have an Iono Bellibolt. So I wonder if Iono gets another special art rare at some point. I mean, it might, because Iono is a very popular trainer. I mean, just look at the amount of full arts Iono has gotten. And that should give you an idea how popular that character is. Pretty sure it's not as popular as Lily, although I've always assumed that Lily was, like, super popular, which, don't get me wrong, she probably still is. But I think Serena is actually more popular than Lily in Japan. Don't know if that's true or not. Oh my god, the Misty Lapras as a first art rare. Nice, okay. I just wanted to talk about the potential art rares we can pull from here. I think my number one chase of the art rares is gonna be the Ethan's Typhlosion. That one looks really cool. I think followed by the Cynthia's Roserade, and then maybe even the Misty Psyduck, although I'm not too huge on that one. Definitely do want to pull the Ethan's Typhlosion. That one looks really, really cool. I think from the standard ones, the Electrike, funny enough, the Electrike also looks pretty cool. Oh, and the Yanma, I suppose. The Yanma also looks really, really nice. So lots of great cards in here. So this should make for a really, really great set if you do want to open it up. Oh, our super rare. It's just the Ethan normal full art. Okay, not the Ethan I was after. I was after the Ethan SAR, but this is already still pretty nice. Although, you know, I have pulled 2 super rares before. That doesn't mean it's over, not by a long shot. I guess we did pull the Ethan. Hey, I did say I wanted to pull the Ethan, so here we are. I should have been more specific. There we go. Ethan has been pulled. So, in terms of guaranteed pulls, we can expect 2 more art rares, and then, you know, just like my Super Electric Breaker, there might be a second super rare in here. Although, we shall see. Once again, it's only happened to me once, and only that one time when opening that Super Electric Breaker booster box. Never happened to me before, in a standard set, you know. In the high class set, it does tend to happen more often. Especially in V-Star Universe and VMAX Climax, I think it happened a bunch of times there. But we shall see. Hopefully I can pull at least one of the art rares that I'm really after. That's a really cool looking illustration, man. That's so well done. That is so well done. You know, once in a while, I keep saying it, once in a while you do have to appreciate the illustrations of the commons and uncommons. It's not just about the flashy special art rares, you know, although everyone is after those, you know, everybody wants to get one. But you do have to appreciate that cards like these, right? The Toad School. That looks cool. The Ogre Pawn. Look at that. Great. That is great stuff. Alright, looks like we have 2 more packs on the right side. And then I guess I can get the booster box off the table. So let's see what we can pull in here. Let's see if one more art rare is hiding in here or if they're hiding in the next pile. Oh, Ethan's Typhlosion. Okay. We did pull an Ethan's Typhlosion, not the art rare variant of this one though. But it is an Ethan's Typhlosion, so that's very nice. Alright, one last pack on the right. Let's see what we can find in here. I have a good feeling about this pack, right? That's how it works. There we go. There we go. I have a good feeling about this one. Let's see if I'm right. No, I was wrong. It's a Zeraora. That's a pretty cool Pokemon. Just a holographic though, unfortunately. Alright, 15 more booster packs right here, so let's see what we can pull. Still, 2 more art rares left to pull, and then maybe, if we get insanely lucky, a second super rare. Although that would have to be some incredible luck. Let's see. Nope, that is the Cynthia's Roserade, so we've pulled the normal rare versions of both of those cards, but not the art rare of either one. If I pull either one of the Ethan's Typhlosion or the Cynthia's Roserade, I would be incredibly happy with this opening. I would be really, really happy with this opening. So I guess I can talk a little bit about the price of not just this set, but I think future sets. Oh, the Ethan's Ho-Oh, there we go. Very nice. That is very, very cool. We pulled that one. And this one must be Sacred Ashes. That just looks like that card. Okay. Okay, so what I wanted to say is the price for this set. I mean, I got it for MSRP because I was lucky enough to pre-order a box of Amazon Japan. But I've seen not just this set. I think the next set, Glory to Team Rocket, I think that's what it's called. That one is also like, it's already being scalped in a way. And people are getting or having a hard time even getting it. At least that's from what I can tell. So if this continues, it might be pretty hard to get Japanese booster boxes for MSRP. Just like I said, it's going to be 2020 all over again, where it wasn't nearly impossible to find some for MSRP. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So far, though, I have been largely unaffected, because I'm always pretty lucky with my Amazon Japan pre-orders, other than Battle Partners. That one I did not pre-order on Amazon Japan, but I did get a box now, as I've alluded to in another video. I have this one sitting right next to me, waiting for the perfect opportunity to open it. We'll see when that will be. And, yo, it's the Yanma! Look at that one! That looks so cool, right? Nice. Yeah, look at that one. That looks super nice, right? Getting sleeved up immediately, of course. And then one more art rare left to pull, and then a potential second super rare, although don't know if that will happen. Don't know if that will happen, but we shall see. We got the Phoebus, Rotom, got another Yanma. We get the Hydrapple. Oh, this is actually really similar to the art rare of the Hydrapple featured in this set. This one is by Anisaki Dynamics. Very cool. And the Ethan's Pinsir right there. Looks very, very similar to the art rare. We'll see if we pull that one or any of the other ones. Man, I'm so excited. I'm really glad that they did add the art rares again into these sets, because without the art rares, it would be so boring, right? In my opinion, at least. Because other than a super rare, there's nothing else to pull in a Japanese set then, if there were no art rares. So I'm really glad that they did add them. And they also make for great pieces, because most of them, especially in Japanese, are actually incredibly cheap. So they're really, really easy to get a hold of. Okay, just another double rare. Here's the Misty Psyduck, although I think #1 priority is still the Ethan's Typhlosion. I mean, come on, if I pulled the Ethan full art, I can at least pull the Ethan's Typhlosion, right? Come on. Come on now. No, not in this one. Not in this one. We've got a Spiritomb right there at the end, or Cynthia's Spiritomb to be precise. Okay, so also wanted to talk about, since the next set is going to be Glory to Team Rocket, I think we might see a Giovanni's Mewtwo featured in that set. And that is going to be incredible. People are going to go crazy over that one, I can already guarantee it. People are going to go crazy. Delicious looking sandwich. Good thing I'm not hungry at the moment, that would be bad. That would be pretty bad. Might take a bite out of that cart. That's how delicious that sandwich looked. Let's see, Gibite. Oh no, Gibble, that's Gibble. Oh, the Cynthia's Roserade. Very nice, okay. Yo, that is really cool looking. That artwork, just looking at the Cynthia, that reminds me so much of like early anime, like anime from the 1900s, no, that's a bit too early, from like 1990 or something, or 1995, 1999, somewhere around that. The 90s, I suppose, that's what should I call them. Here we are, that is a very cool one, okay, very nice. Here's an Ethan again, an Ethan hiding in the back, okay, there we go, very nice, okay. I've got one of my absolute chase cards, so I'm very happy with this opening now. Alright, and we only have a handful of packs left, so let's see what we can pull in here. I actually haven't kept count of the double rare cards we've gotten. I think we might get one more. But let's see, that's a Gabite, an evolution of Gibble. Got a Magikarp, Stormy, and a Toadscruel. 3 more packs. Maybe we can get another double rare. I really should have kept track on the double rares of this one. Let's see, another Yanma. Another Lapras, Misty's Lapras. We've got another holographic, Ethan's Magcargo. 2 more packs left right here, let's see. Let's see, okay, that also does confirm this box was not tampered with, luckily, although I've never had any bad experience with Amazon Japan. Let's see. Got a Sudowoodo. Nope, just an Ogerpon. And another Ogerpon, okay. 2 Ogerpon back to back. One last pack. Some last pack magic, question mark? We shall see. We shall see. Let me do the card trick for this one, since it is our last pack. And we have a Rapidash right here with a cool looking illustration. Got a Slugma. Got a, what is this, Applin? Oh no, is this the evolution to Applin? I always get confused with these. We've got a Weasel. And we've got a Switch. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this one. Obviously, I'm incredibly happy with the Cynthia's Roserade. That one was up on my wish list, on my chase list. And then we also have the Yanma, which is pretty cool. It wasn't up on my chase list, but I think this card is really, really, really cool. Then we have the Ethan full art. Not the Ethan I was after, of course. I was after either the SAR illustration of just him or the SAR illustration of Ethan's Ho-Oh. Either one of those would have been pretty cool, but this is still really nice. And we actually pulled the Misty's Lapras. Look at that one. Nice, okay. Well, but I guess that does it for this opening. If you enjoyed this one, then please give it a like. If you didn't, then give it a dislike. Tell me in the comments below what you didn't like so I can try to fix that for future videos. Other than that, right here's a video that YouTube thinks is best suited for you. Right here's the subscribe button, click this one first and click this video. Check out any of the other videos in the description below. And I hope we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, peace, take care.